What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video for my Omi homies. So this was another big week for Veve. They dropped their big D on us with the Golden Moments finale, bringing closure to that set and in the process leaving a lot of people upset. I'm going to give you my thoughts on whether or not I think they botched that drop in this video. I'm also going to talk about Veve utility and the future of Veve NFTs. So stick around. There is a lot to talk about. If you like this sort of content, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is linked down below. So as we know, the magic lamp from Aladdin dropped this week, and it came with 2 wishes. The first being access to the Disney logo airdrop. The Disney D, which didn't stand for Dragon Ball Z after all, it's currently at around $200 in the secondary market. So for $40, you got the magic lamp, you got the Disney D, and now you have access to purchase the that Mickey Mouse drop that I think is listed at $60. So some people were upset because you could immediately flip that magic lamp and still get the airdrop and still get access to the Mickey Mouse drop. So they say that this drop rewarded flippers and punished real collectors. Now, my thoughts on this are, this was an innovative drop. They did something that was different. The nature of the drop created excitement for the finale of the Golden Moments, which is the greatest set that Veve has to offer at this time. It made it feel like a big deal. And that was the intention of the drop, right? That was the intention of the airdrop. It was to create excitement for the finale of the Golden Moments and make it feel like a big deal. And I think that it achieved that purpose. Now, of course, people got upset. Some people who didn't land it got upset after the fact when they saw people just flipping it. But there are all sorts of people in Veve. You've got flippers, you've got long-term holders, and they all have a place. All right, and I don't think that we are entitled to anything. I think that we have to accept the fact that there are different types of collectors in the app, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. All right, I do believe that collectors should be rewarded, and that's what the Master Collector program is for. MCP is one of their top priorities now and finally set to roll out by the end of the year, and I think that's a good thing because I do think that collectors should be rewarded. And maybe they could have went to the queue system on this drop and used the waiting room, but the bottom line is there would still be a certain percentage of flippers, and my thing is that they announced the rules beforehand, and we all knew what this was going to be. It's not like it came as a surprise, and they did it with a certain intention in mind, and that was, again, to build excitement for this drop and make it feel like it was special, and I do think that it achieved that goal. Perhaps they can do things better in the future, but I like the fact that they're being innovative, so I think that we should applaud them for being innovative instead of complaining about, every little thing. Now, that being said, I think that there are valid things to complain about, that there have been valid things to complain about, which I've brought up on this channel, like, for instance, the large edition sizes and the dilution of the secondary market. And I think they've actually done a pretty decent job of keeping edition sizes down a bit. This Aladdin drop had 10,000 editions, which I think was a fair amount. The AF-15 Spider-Man drop was limited to only 10,000 editions. One that I think they botched was the Star Trek ship, the Romulan Warbird, which was listed at 120 gems and had almost 6,000 editions. I think they totally overestimated the demand for this. There are currently over 5,200 editions left to purchase. They only sold 600 of these. And to me, the fact that they sold only 600 of them is a good thing because it shows that people may be finally learning and not everything is flippable. You should not purchase every drop, right? And maybe we'll start seeing the true demand for these collectibles, and that will dictate supply and edition size. But I do love the innovative nature of that Golden Moments drop, and I think that as time goes on, Veve will continue to get creative and, innovate to create excitement. And I also think that we'll get more complaints, but you can't please everyone, and you shouldn't try to please everyone. Now, another thing that people have been talking about is utility, and specifically if utility will be added to some of our pre-existing collectibles like the Golden Moments. I've talked about this in some previous videos. I used to believe that they'd add utility. I don't think that there are any plans for it now. That's not to say that it'll never happen, but I just don't think that there are plans for the utility that people want, like access to theme parks, things like that. Now, Dan recently did an interview with Paul Barron on his YouTube channel, and he talked about utility, and he said that Veve collectibles currently have utility, and that is that you can own them and appreciate them and have them in your vault and use them in AR, and that is the utility that they have. Now, even if they don't add the utility that people are looking for, I think that as technology improves and as AR becomes more widely adopted and the glasses roll out from Apple, from Meta, from Google, we're going to have more utility for our Veve collectibles. And we're starting to see movement in the AR space. Last week, Nreal, which is a company that already has a pair of AR glasses on the market, announced that they would be integrating with the iPhone. Then a couple of days later, Niantic tweeted out a partnership with Marvel. Niantic, of course, is the company that created Pokemon Go. They're releasing an AR mobile game, Marvel World of Heroes. It's launching in 2023. Now, Reese commented on this. He's obviously excited, but he cautioned, to be clear, this announcement has nothing to do with Veve, just enjoying the paradigm shift. And that's what we're going to be dealing with over the next year or so, a seismic paradigm shift in regards to AR and mixed reality technology. You've got Apple, you've got Meta, you've got Google, all releasing AR glasses, bringing them to market. They'll be bringing a bunch of apps to market alongside them. So people are really going to start to get a sense of what this technology is. And there is no NFT project that I know of at this moment that is as uniquely positioned as Veve to take advantage of this paradigm shift. This is what they've had their eyes on this whole time. This is where we've been headed towards. There will come a time when your living room and your living area is your showroom, and you can just put on your glasses and walk around all of your Veve NFTs. There will come a time when you can permanently display one of your Veve digital comics, posters, pieces of art on a wall in your living room. All right, this is what's coming. And so our collectibles will have added utility as the technology emerges. And that has nothing to do with the Veveverse, which will bring utility of its own. But that's where I think we're headed. That is the future of Veve NFTs, and that's the utility that I think is planned for it. Just more immersion and more ways to interact with your collectibles and display them. In other news, now that the D is behind us, we've moved on to the L. David Yu is teasing a new collectible starting with L that is coming soon. I'm thinking it's going to be Lord of the Rings because that's a license we've been rumored to have for quite some time. And the show is currently dropping on Amazon Prime, so that kind of makes sense to me. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Did Veve mess up the D drop? What do you see as the future of Veve utility? And what do you think the L drop will be? As always, I hope you all enjoy the rest of the weekend. Hit the like button and subscribe on your way out. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. I will see you in the next video.